Back in this thing. Feeling good. Smelling good. Looking good. There we go. Straighten that mug out. Yes, sir. It's your boy Ashley Knuckles. One more again. Coming back. Shout out to the LDBC. Your favorite boxing website and news source. The LDBC is their favorite news source because they stay transcribing the videos that the guys are putting their hard work in, getting these interviews, doing these interviews, bringing guys to the radio show on Trail Boxing Talk, getting transcribing Ego's videos, transcribing Dante Boxing Nation videos. So that's new media. Transcribing town business videos, just transcribing barbershop conversations videos. But for all those people that hate on the LDBC, then you need to go hate on your favorite news website too, because they stay taken from the LDBC and the new media, and they don't give nobody no credit like they do if they borrow something from another news source. They'll cite where they got that information from, but they don't cite anything that got to do with new media or LDBC. But new media and LDBC gives them credit when we read their stuff, their articles. We'll always cite where we get our information from. You know what I'm saying? So to me, you just a straight broad. And if I got relationships with you and you doing that, then you know what I'm saying? We're going to have to talk about all that because I don't respect that at all. That just let me know what you about and what you stand for. So other than that, shout out to the LDBC and new media and anybody that fucks with Ashy Knuckles boxing. This is going to be a post-fight video to Emmanuel Navarette against the Vaca. Francisco de Vaca. That was a great fight that we saw last night. It was the first defense of the super bantamweight title of the WBO for Navarette. He looked good. He looked like he was in tip-top shape. He looked strong. He's a rather big 22-pounder, but the guy he fought was a relatively big 22-pounder. In fact, De Vaca, that was his first fight at super bantamweight. He was naturally fighting at featherweight, which is a division a little bit higher. They matched up in size fairly well. De Vaca wasn't known as a big puncher, but again, he's fighting at a weight that is below his natural weight that he's been campaigning in. So he was supposed to be a little bit more stronger than the guy that he's fighting up against, in theory, at least on paper. But Navarette is a really strong guy at 122 pounds. And being of the fact that he was fighting a bigger guy, it really didn't make much of a difference as you see how the fight went last night. It started out good. I mean, they had first round fill out. Navarette was using his range against him. He actually was using a jab, and they were filling each other out, picking their openers quite well. That is until De Vaca actually cracked Navarette once, and then he just went fed on that boy. I mean, the punches start coming out like a whirlwind. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm skipping around, but the match did not last that long to give a stylistical breakdown of what happened because it ended in less than 3 rounds. So by the time the what's up, Haplotype? By the time third round got around there, I mean they were getting it in, and homie ticket up in this thing. And Navarette was not going to be denied. And I'm gonna tell you like this: it's hard to be up in the ring with a guy who awkward like that. It really is. He had some sting on his punches, Navarette did, and he wasn't going to be denied for his first world title shot. So I give him a lot of credit for making that defense against a guy who was game and was ready to fight. Even in light of the fact that he stopped the guy, he didn't go out on his back. You know, the referee stepped in and stopped him from further damage because he was getting hit with basically anything Navarette threw at him. And the end just happened to come before the closing bell of round 3. and Navarette, successfully defended his title for the first time. Bob Arum hinted that he was going to bring the guy back on the Fury Otto Wallen undercard, which is right around the corner, if I'm not mistaken. So he'll get another shot. Not another shot, but he'll get another title defense, probably at 122 pounds to defend his title. And then he'll probably go up to featherweight. I mean, he's a pretty big guy. He looked like he's not having the easiest time making weight. So I believe a fight at 126 pounds may be on the horizon. And it's some dogs up there. I mean, you got Santa Cruz up there still. You got Gary Russell Jr. up there. You got Josh Warrington up there. You got a rising hot prospect and Shakur Stevenson up there. When you think about the complexities of the way it is in the boxing world, these promoters acting like they don't know how to promote, acting like they don't know how to negotiate with other promotional companies. It's not hard to fathom that Shakur Stevenson could be facing Navarette in a few fights or so. So that'd be a good look for Top Ranking. I will be looking out for that. Also, Jesse Magdaleno was on the undercard, southpaw, former 122-pounder. He was fighting fairly well, in that fight. He was moving his hands really well. He was setting up his shots really good, setting up his punches in combination. And I got to give him a lot of respect for that. And the guy who he was fighting against was game. He was coming with it. But at the end of the day, Jesse Magdaleno would not be denied. It looked like he was not necessarily taking over the fight, but the fight was coming to him with fairly easy. Like I said, he was mixing up his attack fairly well. He kept catching the guy up and down like a professional, head and body. And he actually buzzed the guy a couple of times in the fight too. But, his opponent was trying his best to get into the fight. You know how it is when you have a style clash between righty versus lefty. Sometimes these accidental headbutts happen, and it was no different here. In fact, he was headbutting. Well, I'm not going to say he was headbutting, but there was a clash of heads on separate occasions. And it just so happens that Magdaleno was on the rough end of those headbutts as he was busted up on both clashes of heads. But the end would come prior to the end of the fight, which would be the 12th round, and Magdaleno would win the fight as he was up on the card. So that's a good fight for him. It's a possibility that Magdaleno could match up with Navarette in a few fights or so. That would be a great encounter, I think. Whether they do it at 26 or Magdaleno drops back down to 22. That could be the fight that's on the Fury undercard. It could be a title defense for Navarette to defend against Magdaleno, and an opportunity for Magdaleno to get his shot at the title that he would lose to Isaac Dogbe. I believe it was last year. Don't quote me on that. No, ain't that what Dogbe be saying when he in the corner, man? He bring it all out. It's real tribal. He bring out the drums. They do it real big when he fights, man. He's very passionate when he's in the ring, and he fights like it too. He takes a good punch. He's willing to go through that thunder to get, to win a fight. It just so happens he ran into Navarette, and it just wasn't happening for him against this guy. But the future looks bright for him. Navarette, like I said before, I could see him definitely going up to featherweight, maybe in a fight or two. I highly doubt if he's going to look to unify with Roman or who's the other 22-pounder at this weight who has a title? Ray Vargas. I don't see that on the horizon for Navarette. If it happens, so be it. Let's get it. Because as of right now, in the boxing world, the champions are fighting. The champions are fighting each other, man. We got a big unification coming up next month with Porter and Spence. You got some big news that took place overnight. in the sport of boxing, we have we had an announcement, and it was, let's see if I could pull this thing up. Yeah, work with me, work with me. Yes, sir. There it is, right there on mandatorydefense.com. You got undefeated champs. Baturbiev, I don't know how to say the other guy's name. Two undefeated light heavyweight champions will be unifying on October 18th on ESPN. This is another top ranked card. And I expect an explosion, man. The Eastern Europeans are killing it right now in the light heavyweight division. I once thought that, excuse me, Marcus Brown would find himself in the mix up here, but he, lost his title in New York to Jean Pascal. So I could definitely see Jean Pascal coming back into the fold. He already fought Bevel in a losing effort, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll just have to see what happens on that. So like I said, man, the champions are fighting. The champions are fighting each other, man. So if Navarette ends up unifying against Ray Vargas or Roman, man, I'd like to see it. Or it's a possibility that he can go up in weight and fight for one of the titles at 26, and then the champions can fight each other up there, man. And I'm loving it. I'm loving how the champions are fighting each other. I think even Lomachenko, if I'm not mistaken, he got a unification. Yeah, he got a big fight coming up. I believe it's a unification fight. So I'm loving it, man. I'm loving that the champions are actually getting in there with each other, so we can figure out who is the guy at all of these weights. So that is a good look on that blast. So anyway, moving forward. Oh damn! I know that's not a wasp up in this room. Boy, my house under attack. In recent news, Gervonta Tank Davis looks like his team has reached out to try to make a fight with Tevin Farmer. It was reports saying they offered Tevin Farmer up to $2 million for that fight, for which he thought that was a slap in the face. Closed mouth don't get fed, man. If he feels that he's worth more money and he holds out, I mean, obviously they're trying to make the fight. They actually reached out with an offer. It's the first offer, and it's negotiation. So, him saying that he think it's a slap in the face, that he needs more, I think that's a good thing, man. As long as they're at the table negotiating, they can always come with an offer. As the zone and Eddie Hearn came with a counter offer. For $5 million. It's going to be hard to turn down that $5 million. At the end of the day, these guys will be getting a handsome coin to make that unification fight. Again, the champions are trying to fight each other. That is a good thing for the sport of boxing. There were people in the media balking at the fact that I think it said that Tank was making $1 million in a fight, saying that like that's chump change or something like that. And I'm like, how long y'all been around this sport of boxing? If I'm not mistaken, I believe the money came into the featherweight division with Prince Nassim Hamed. Prior to that, these guys was not. When was they making millions of dollars at 26 to 130 pounds prior to that era? So a guy making $1 million and he's a super featherweight in a fight, that's not bad. That's not bad money. There's a lot of fighters that would kill to make $1 million a fight. Where did they get these guys from, bro? Stop playing games, man. I laugh at these guys, man. Like these newcomers, man, thinking they know everything, bro. You ain't even been around to even be speaking to me straight like that. And it ain't like I'm coming at them on some old contentious or pretentious type of attitude. Like I'm this, I'm high and mighty, I know more. I don't come at them like that. I come at them on a man level, on a friendly, and we just dialogue and chopping it up about boxing. But then they come with that. With their aggression, like they know something, and you got to put them boys in their place. So I mean, that's the one part I don't miss about the sport, bro. But anyway, back to what I was saying, man. The champions are fighting each other. I love to see Gervonta Tate Davis face Tevin Farmer, preferably next, um, for a unification fight. You know what I'm saying? The champions are fighting, and if that fight can't take place, I hope that the homie Shock can get his shot. Shock Foster, he's a silver champion in the same weight class, decorated amateur, think like 8-time national champion, and he been talking about it. He been shouting his name, shouting Gervonta name out. Um, and they know each other. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know each other. I know Gervonta kind of brushed him to the side when he was on Breakfast Club, but that's just you could do that, man. You you could do that when you the champ, man. You can brush my loud, man. Ain't nothing but my light work. But if Foster keep putting himself in place to where he can't be denied, but to get a title shot, then this fight is gonna happen in the future. You know what I'm saying? He is the goods. He can fight. He's in the same weight class. He's speaking his name out. He's calling out the champions. And if you're going to fight somebody that's of lesser ilk than Foster, then you got to be held accountable for not facing Ice Water, Mr. Shock. You know what I'm saying? Get that man his title shot. Burchell, Herring, Gervonta, all the champions at 130. Somebody got to step up and get his man his shot. He calling your name out. He putting himself in place to get that shot. It's only a certain amount of time that can go by before he actually can get his opportunity. I mean, that's just the sport of boxing. You got to fight everybody. And but at the end of the day, if a unification fight is being negotiated, it just so happens that the homie Shock just going to have to wait a little bit longer, at least in facing Tevin Farmer or Gervonta Tank Davis. But that leaves the other champions out there, Burchell and Herring. And if you ain't got no opponent, here's somebody right here ready to step up to the plate and show you, he got what it takes to make it competitive or put you on your seat and kind of, lift that strap off of you. It has to happen. Let's get it. What else, Kim? What else is out there I wanted to talk about? Oh, we got the return of the Mandingo Warrior, James Kirkland, back into the fold again. He will be making his return. I forget who he's fighting though. Let me look that up real quick. Real quick. Straight like that. Okay, let's see. Mandingo Warrior. There you go. Straight out of Austin. 32-2, 28 knockouts. We know what he come to do. Point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? But he'll be making his return. What's that? He'll be making his return on August 24th. That's the end of next week. That's next weekend. He'll be fighting a guy named Colby Porter, who is a journeyman. This is a return fight for James Kirkland. He's been out of the ring for over 4 years. So you can't possibly expect him to come back and face the who's who of the division. This is like you can see right there on the screen. This is a 6-rounder in the Irwin Center in Austin. This is a fight so he can get some get back. You know what I'm saying? He need to get himself back in focus and to see where he at. You know what I'm saying? Can he still compete at least with the top 10 of his division and possibly, put himself in position for another world title shot? I think it's unfortunate the way this man's career has been. He was once promoted by Golden Boy Promotions, and when he was with them, they were not in a hurry to put him in there with Canelo Alvarez. It wasn't until he was having troubles in the streets, getting in trouble, being incarcerated and stuff like that, just having trouble in his camp. That's when they put him in the ring with Canelo. And that's no slouch on Canelo because I rock with Red and, I give him his card all the time. But at the end of the day, that fight could have been negotiated much earlier. But, kudos for Canelo for knowing what to do when he got in the ring with him and he got that boy out of there. So, but this fight is going to show where he is. He's Ace Boogie in this thing. He said, "How old is James Kirkland?" Let's look that up real quick. James Kirkland he was born in '84, so that would make him oh man, my math is all Jay. What, he 35 years old? Yeah, 35 years old. Most guys are long in the tooth when they 35 years old, man. But James Kirkland wants to come back. Who am I? Who am I to tell him no? You can't come back. You can't see if you got anything left in the tank. Come on back. Let's see what you got. It's the world of boxing, man. At the end of the day, you lost to somebody. It ain't like you lost to some bum. You lost to Canelo Alvarez, who's pound for pound the best guy in the world. you know. So you took 4 years off, cleared his head, got things in order, and he's ready to refocus. So let's see what he got. And if he blows the guy out, he's back in the scene, and he can start facing other contenders in whatever weight he's going to campaign in. And we'll have to see if he has what it takes to be championship material. Everybody's career don't go on the undefeated path the whole time. Everybody don't have major backing throughout the course of their career. This is the world of boxing. You know what I'm saying? This is the world of boxing. There's thousands of fighters out there. There's hundreds of fighters that y'all don't even know about in these gyms that got real talent, and they have nobody to push them. So when they get major backing, you're able to see, who these guys are and what they bring to the table. But at the end of the day, all you can do is keep fighting and put yourself in position to get yourself known on the world stage. And that's what James Kirkland is doing right now. Also, you got the undisputed woman's middleweight champion and Clarissa Shield coming back. She'll also be fighting real soon against Ivanka. What is her name? Let's pull it up real quick. Ivana. Hold on. There it is. Hobinson. There it is. Good picture of her too. Stephanie Trapp with Showtime. She do good photography. Ivana Hoblazin, and this is a fight that's going to take place not for a shot at the undisputed women's middleweight championship of the world. This is a fight that's going to take place at 154 pounds. She dropping down in weight. Being of the fact that she cleared out her division and became the champion at her weight, she's trying to be great. She's trying to be the GOAT, as they say, the greatest woman fighter of all time, And I think it's a great thing that what she's doing. She's going down in weight to fight at 54, and she's going to probably pick up some straps there. But this is all in the makings to have a major clash with Cecilia Brækhus, the undisputed welterweight champion, who's going to go up to 54. And these two powerhouses are going to make it happen at 154 pounds. That's going to be great for women's boxing. That's something that we haven't been seeing in women's boxing, and that's going to hopefully take that to a whole nother level in the sport. Two undisputed champions of their weight going to meet at 54 pounds, and they're going to wipe out the whole division and determine who's the best at their weight between the two of those women, man. I think that's a good look for boxing. So my hat is off to T-Rex, to Clarissa Shields, and my hat is off to Cecilia Brækhus if she goes forward with the plan to move up to 54 and these two powerhouses meet in the ring to determine who is the greatest women boxer of this particular era. I love it. I'm loving what they're doing. I wish this serves as an example of what the men should be doing. They shouldn't be ducking each other. They shouldn't be looking to fight bums or guys who, most would consider them the favorite to beat. They should be trying to fight guys that's going to test them, especially once you win a strap. You're supposed to be fighting everybody within and around your weight. Look at what Clarissa Shields doing. She's a prime example of what fighters in the sport of boxing should be doing. And I think that's a mighty good look on her behalf. You know what I'm saying? So kudos for that. What else do we got? Mm, 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 mm. I think that'll pretty much do it for now. As far as what I got to bring to the forefront. But I hope the fight with Tevin Farmer and Tank get made. You know what I'm saying? I really do. They've been wolfing, man. They've been issuing a lot of wolf tickets. They've been trying to get the whole world to see that they want to fight each other, and it'll be a big fight. You know, it'll be a big fight at 130 pounds, man. And they need some of that attention down there at the lower weights. You know, Eric Morales ain't fighting no more. Barrera ain't fighting no more. Pacquiao don't fight down there no more. You know what I'm saying? Joan Guzman's not down there no more. So we got Tank down there, you know. We got Tank there. We got Tevin Farmer there. We got Jamal Herring there. We got a Shockey Foster down there. We got good competition down there. Let's put these guys in the ring and have a big ass explosion in the ring and see who's the best at 130 pounds. I'm loving it. Homie Mark Blake says, peace all. Peace right back to you, fam. Peace right back to you. What else is in the news, man? Let's see. I think I already talked about Amir Imam coming back into the fold. That's a good look. Anything y'all want to ask me before I bring this to close? Anything y'all want to talk about? Just spill it. All right. Y'all want to talk about that Fury auto walling, or it's not even worth it? I can't even call it. But anyway, hit that like button, hit that bell icon, man. If you're on Facebook, go by facebook.com/come out fighting. Like the page. I'm always sending updates. I'm always sending news out there. Make sure you stop by mandatorydefense.com. I'm always updated every day for the latest news. It's going to be 100% original. I'm not transcribing nobody else's stuff. And if I borrow somebody else's stuff, I'm going to give credit to them. Oh yeah, we also got Kovalev versus Yard. It's happening. It's at the forefront. Let's talk about it, bro. So Yard, man, this represents the biggest step in competition in his young career, man. You know, you got to shit or get off the pot. You know what I'm saying? And for Kovalev, look, it comes a time in their career where the old heads got to give the youngsters their title shot. You know, so this is his shot at greatness. This is his time to show that he got what it takes to be a world champion, and who else to fight but a legit guy who's done a lot in the sport of boxing, like Kovalev. He's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? He's a dangerous fighter. And in this particular fight, I think it's a dangerous fight for both. Um, point blank, period. Point blank, period. In Yard, Kovalev faces a younger, a very strong competitor, a guy who don't know how to lose, a guy who likes to be aggressive, a guy who's very elusive. He has a lot of natural ability. You know what I'm saying? He got fast hands. He got a big punch. He puts guys on their ass. You know what I'm saying? And that's point blank, period. And at the end of the day, hold on, El Jefe up in this thing. What's good with you, bro? First time on here, man. Y'all got to hit that bell icon, fam. Hit that bell icon so y'all can get the notification. Cause I may just be chilling and then boom, 5 minutes later, man, I just go live. You know what I'm saying? But at least if you hit that bell icon, you in this thing and we can chop it up. I see the homie Jeff the Ruin up in this mud. Shout out to PA up in there. Ain't it PA, my famo? Is it PA or Beaumont? Shout out to Beaumont in this thing, man. What's good, fam? Good to hear from you, man. Appreciate you stopping in, hollering at your boy. I think you got my hit number, man. Hit me up anytime. You know what I'm saying? Homie Jeff in this thing. Next week, Estrada and okay. Oh, okay. Well, let me gather a whole bunch of stuff to talk about for the next live. You know what I'm saying? Because this one coming to an end. So I'm gonna leave it at the Kovalev and Yard fight. Shout out to Bottom of Cali up in this thing, man. I appreciate y'all for stopping in. The homies, stay ready. Stay ready. You gonna be at that fight this week, bro? At the Arabia Shrine? I'm gonna be up in that thing, man. covering it. You know what I'm saying? If you in there, you'll see me up in that thing. We can chop it up. You know what I'm talking about? Straight like that. Huh. That boy putting in much work around the town. I'm loving it, fam. All y'all hit that like button, man. That boy say he giving the tick away. Huh. Shit. I feel you. Hey, y'all need to plug in with Stay Ready Boxing TV, man, and find out how to get those tickets, man. So y'all can fall in this thing. Homie Ace Boogie say Yar might hurt Kovalev to the body, and that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying, bro. He faces a young guy with a pretty big punch, and the blueprint to beating Kovalev is out there. You know what I'm talking about? Andre Ward, the great Andre Ward. You know, regardless of what I said about him, you know, me being critical of what he was doing on the last video, regardless of what I said, as a fighter, he is the great Andre Ward and should be addressed as such. But he put the blueprint out there on how to beat Kovalev, you know, and also so did Alvarez. But the body, you know, Kovalev don't take it well to the body. Even what's the former champion that used to train him? John David Jackson. Even John David Jackson said that he's weak to the body. You know what I'm saying? So the blueprint is out there. Kovalev may use his jab to keep Yard at bay, but anything happen, that's exactly what he's gonna try to do. He's gonna try to establish distance with that jab and try to line him up for the big right hand. We know that big right hand don't just put guys down. Kovalev has killed the man with those hands, but that's where his power is. His power is at the end of his punch. So if he allowed Kovalev to get full extension on that right hand, it could be good night or ring for the young Yard. So if I was him, I would press the action, bring the fight as close as much as possible, and mix up shots to the head and body, make it real uncomfortable for Kovalev. Like I said, he's a young guy. This represents the biggest step up in class. He's elusive. He moves his head. You know what I'm saying? But there are times where he gets in a funk and he can actually be hit, and he don't want to get hit by a guy like Kovalev. I'm gonna roll with the youngster on that one. You know what I'm saying? I think this is his time, and you know, you got to shit to get off the pot, man. But I'm not saying that Kovalev shouldn't be the favorite. He should be the favorite. He got the most experience. You know, he's been defending his title, and he's fought much better competition. It just so happens when he goes up against guys who got a lot of natural ability, it's a little difficult at first. So, you know, we'll just have to see what happens. But Kovalev, you know, should make it things very complicated for Yard. We'll just have to see what happens on that. Ace Boogie say he got Yard in that thing. Hold up. The homie D Block up in this mug, man. What's up, fam? D Block up in this thing. He said, I think I'm the only one betting on Yard for the win. Nah, well, I don't know about betting. I'm going for him, but I ain't betting on him. You know, I bet on short things, man. Things are usually short things. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I may drop some money on that. Why not? Why not? The homie Jeff the Ruin say that's in Houston. Actually, yeah, bro. That's gonna be at the Arabia Shrine on the 23rd. Local fight on the local blast. So get with Stay Ready Boxing, man, and see how you can how you get up in that thing. Stay Ready say he doing a ticket giveaway with Coach Forrest and Coach Johnson, who are putting on the show. So find out how to get plugged in with that thing, and you can be in there. Who else we got up in? Shelton Holmes up. Boy, y'all be pulling up in this thing late. Come on, man. Y'all got to hit that bell icon, fam. Hit that bell icon, man, so we can chop it up from ding to dong around this hole. You know what I'm talking about? A lot of y'all be pulling up in this thing towards the end, man. So it don't matter though. Y'all can always go back and you know, start from the beginning when this thing in the archives and just kind of chop it up, dice up what I was talking about. You know, he laughing at shit. And you know what I'm saying? Just drop a comment, you know, drop a comment and let me know what you think about some of the stuff I was talking about. Navarette, you know what I'm saying? How he may go up to 26 and try to secure a fight with Gary Russell or what's a dude name? Santa Cruz or you know, all the guys that's at 26. And I was saying that I don't think he will be unifying against Roman or Ray Vargas because it don't look like he can make 22 for long. So he probably gonna be on that Fury undercard, but other than that, he probably going up in weight, man. Hopefully, Magdaleno could probably get him another shot at the title if he stays at 22. But we'll see. Jeff say YouTube won't allow him to hit the solid bell icon. What the fuck? YouTube be on that bull, man. YouTube be on that bull. I don't know, man. I can't even call it with them, bro. Straight like that. I can't even call it, bro. I don't know why they be doing your boy like that, man. You would think I stole one of their women folk or something like that. I ain't touched nobody woman in a long time. And at this point in my life, man, if I see somebody with a woman, well, number one, I ain't going after none of them right now. You know what I'm talking about? Because I got that woman downstairs. But back in the game, prior to getting with her, I got to a point where I wouldn't even mess with a girl if she had another dude. It wouldn't even, back in high school, you know what I'm saying? That was it was competition to see if you could straight take her. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I don't fool around like that, man. I think as a man, bro, I'd be doing myself a disservice to want to get a woman who already with a dude. I got enough game to get women who ain't got nobody. And there's a lot of women out there that are bad. You know what I'm talking about? Been a lot of women out there. You know what I'm saying? No, give me one that ain't dealing with nobody so she can deal with me. That's the way I felt about it, man. I ain't trying to mix my DNA with another damn man. You got me to throw it off. You know what I'm saying? I don't pop it like that. That's, to me, that's stupid. When I was young, I used to listen to a lot of rap music, and that's where I got that idea from. Taking dudes, broads, and stuff like it was, like it was fun. Something. It was fun back in the game when you ain't know no better. You know what I'm saying? But at this current stage, dudes be getting bumped off behind that, man. That's just not a good look, man. Maybe I'm a square now. Maybe I'm a square in my old age. So be it, bro. All I could be is ashy knuckle straight up, and I'm good with me. Straight like that. I'm good with me. What else y'all want to talk about, man? I'm about to jet up out this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, man, hit that like button and bell icon. That way, next time I go live, it's gonna be fire, man. I'm gonna make sure I get the best stuff to talk about. And I ain't going back on unless it's gonna be hot. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, stop by MandatoryDefense.com. That's your source of boxing news updates. Hell, your boy may even pull out that pad and pen and do a little writing. You know what I'm saying? Check that out. You know what I'm saying? Go by Facebook.com/Come Out Fighting. Like my page, man. Hit that like button. Hit that bell icon. Chop it up with your boy Ashy Knuckles moving forward, man. And before I end this thing, it's the same way when I began it. Shout out to the LDBC. Make sure y'all chime in with Trill Boxing Talk Monday through Friday. Then backdoor with the homie Fanon. Holla at the general around this hole, the homie 7-8. Been around a long time. 7-8, get at me, bro. I sent you an email, bro. Get at me anytime. Junior, get at me, bro. All right, I'm out this thing, man. Y'all be easy. Y'all have a great Sunday. And try not to drink too much. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my detox right now. All right, man. I'm holler at y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for stopping through, bro.